Welcome everyone. If you're liking what you see, please drop a like, subscribe, and comment below. Your support means the world to us. And remember, stick around till the end because this video only gets better. Today, we're exploring Stoicism's timeless wisdom and how it can improve love, respect, and loyalty in relationships. I'll summarize the key points, showing why each one matters for meaningful connections. From practicing virtue to building resilience, Stoicism offers valuable insights to enrich our relationships. Let's dive in together and discover how to strengthen our bonds with loved ones. Enjoy the ride. 1. Do what is right. Knowledge, courage, justice, and moderation are all parts of virtue, which the Stoics hold to be the highest good. According to Stoic principles, being virtuous in relationships means really embodying these qualities while you're in the company of other people. When you love someone, you treat them with kindness, empathy, and compassion, whether they're your spouse, family, or friends. Loyalty is shown via dependability, support, and fidelity, whereas respect is demonstrated through honesty, integrity, and fairness. Honesty, respect, and trust may flourish in relationships when one prioritizes virtue. 2. According to Stoicism, knowing and accepting one's own emotions and ideas is essential to growth and contentment. Awareness of and control over one's own emotions, ideas, and behaviors constitute self-awareness in a relational context. When you know yourself inside and out, you can express yourself more effectively, deal with conflict more constructively, and make decisions that are consistent with your values. When you have a firm grasp on who you are, you're better able to evaluate your virtues and flaws, which in turn guides your character development and relationship maintenance efforts. 3. The primary tenet of Stoicism is acceptance, which instructs us to focus on what we can change and to let go of what we cannot. An essential aspect of accepting one another in relationships is being honest about our shortcomings and limitations, both yours and theirs. It means releasing your ideas and embracing your life as it is right now. You may improve your relationships by learning to accept and welcome what is, which can bring more happiness, contentment, and gratitude into your interactions with the people you care about. 4. To practice mindfulness is to bring one's full awareness to the present moment, including one's internal sensations, external stimuli, and thoughts. In relationships, practicing mindfulness is paying undivided attention to your partner's emotions, ideas, and wants. This allows you to develop a deeper connection with them and experience greater intimacy. Your capacity for attentiveness, empathy, and thoughtful social response will all be enhanced. By practicing mindfulness in your interactions with others, you may cultivate stronger bonds of love, respect, and loyalty in your relationships. 5. A big part of being thankful is acknowledging and appreciating the positive things in your life, particularly the people who are important to you. According to the Stoics, being grateful is one of the best ways to improve one's health, happiness, and resilience. Your relationships with the people in your life will flourish when you take the time to express your gratitude for everything they do for you. When you regularly appreciate the people in your life for their love, support, and devotion, you help sustain an environment of kindness, generosity, and mutual respect. 6. A humble person is one who knows and accepts their own limitations and shortcomings while also appreciating and respecting those of others. When you're modest in a relationship, you're open to hearing other people out and taking advice when you need it. Being in this kind of relationship requires putting pride aside, listening intently to the other person's perspective, and taking complete responsibility for one's actions. By being humble in your relationships and working on developing trust, empathy, and understanding, you may create a harmonious dynamic built on mutual respect and appreciation. 7. Someone who is resilient is able to get back up after a fall, change their approach to a problem, and keep going even when things become difficult. 3 elements of Stoicism: perseverance, self-control, and considering things from several perspectives help one to become more robust. When faced with challenges and arguments, a resilient partner may remain composed and respectful rather than succumbing to despair or resentment. Maintaining a positive outlook, finding solutions rather than dwelling on problems, and supporting one another during difficult times are all necessary. Your love, commitment, and respect for each other, as well as your ability to weather storms as a pair, will be much enhanced if you both strive to become more resilient. 8. Being empathetic is being able to comprehend and experience the world from another person's perspective. It's being able to understand and relate to their feelings. Stoicism sees empathy as the natural extension of justice, as it comprises treating others with fairness, compassion, and kindness. One way to strengthen bonds with those you care about is to work on developing your empathy. This will help you feel more connected to them and more capable of trusting and understanding them. The key is to tune out distractions, validate your loved one's feelings, and respond with compassion and support. When there is an environment that encourages empathy, which fosters understanding, compassion, and emotional intimacy, love, respect, and loyalty may thrive in relationships. 9. Compassion is feeling sorry for another person and wanting what's best for them, especially when they're hurting or going through a bad patch. According to Stoicism, compassion is a natural outgrowth of wisdom, fairness, and moderation. By being there for your loved ones through thick and thin, offering both emotional and practical assistance as needed, and listening carefully when someone is speaking or going through a hard time, you may demonstrate compassion in a relationship. Being emotionally present is responding to someone's needs and feelings with understanding, compassion, and unfaltering love. Establishing a safe and supportive environment via the development of compassionate relationships may make everyone feel loved, respected, and cared for, which in turn can lead to deeper ties based on commitment, affection, and trust. 10. Patience is the ability to keep one's cool when confronted with difficulties, disappointments, or setbacks. Stoicism teaches that when times are rough, we need to be patient so that we can control our emotions and remain calm. Instead of responding emotionally or hurriedly, practicing patience allows you to handle relationship challenges with composure and rationality. To use this method, one has to take a step back, inhale deeply, and rationally and calmly deal with difficult situations. Being patient allows individuals to better understand, sympathize with, and trust one another, which in turn fosters loyalty, respect, and love in relationships. 11. The Stoics advocate for forgiveness as a means of emancipation from resentment and animosity. Healing and rebuilding damaged relationships begin with forgiveness. Recognize the fallibility of yourself and others, release anger, and take full responsibility for your choices. Forgiveness has the power to bring people together, fostering an atmosphere of trust and emotional safety. As a result, this may foster deeper connections and renewed dedication. 12. The very definition of integrity is not compromising one's principles for the sake of convenience. Stoicism places a premium on being truthful and constant in all aspects of life, but especially in one's relationships. The characteristics of a trustworthy individual include being truthful, reliable, and acting morally in all interactions. Truthfulness, openness, and accountability in relationships demonstrate a person's regard for honesty and transparency, which cultivates respect, admiration, and loyalty. 13. Although it recognizes the value of interpersonal dependence, Stoicism maintains that individuals should strive for autonomy and self-sufficiency. Being able to help and work with other people while being true to yourself is a sign of a strong sense of independence in partnerships. It comprises fostering an environment of love and respect by valuing the autonomy and decision-making of each individual. Maintaining a healthy mix of autonomy and closeness in romantic relationships is helpful for people's resilience, self-actualization, and long-term loyalty. 14. Honest and open communication is the bedrock of successful relationships. Stoicism holds that in order to establish rapport and mutual understanding, one must communicate clearly, honestly, and empathetically. The need of listening carefully, keeping an open mind, and having fruitful conversations is emphasized in Stoic partnerships. Just as it is important to listen to other people out, being open-minded also entails being honest and respectful when expressing your own feelings, desires, and requirements. When individuals put in the effort to communicate clearly, they are better able to handle conflicts, clarify issues, and become emotionally close to one another, all of which contribute to stronger relationships built on love, respect, and loyalty. 15. Generosity is giving to others without seeking anything in return. Kindness, support, compassion, and other similar acts fall under this category. According to Stoicism, a generous spirit is an outward sign of an abundance and goodwill-focused outlook. Generosity, defined as giving to another person without expecting anything in return, may help foster an environment where gratitude, appreciation, and reciprocity are valued. Relationships are strengthened and dedication is ensured when generosity creates an atmosphere of welcome, friendliness, and mutual support. 16. People should allow themselves and others the ability to have good and fulfilling lives, according to Stoics. One way to empower oneself is to cultivate connections that encourage personal growth, independence, and self-actualization. It entails providing individuals with the resources, self-assurance, and encouragement they need to realize their aspirations and seek out their joy. In partnerships based on mutual empowerment, each individual feels valued, supported, and encouraged to reach their full potential. In doing so, we foster an atmosphere of mutual support, encouragement, trust, and loyalty. 17. Being brave means you can be calm, strong, and determined when faced with adversity. According to Stoicism, a brave person may remain steadfast in their principles and beliefs through thick and thin. When it comes to your relationships, being courageous entails being vulnerable, honest, and open. To be brave is to engage with others without fear, to say what's on your mind, and to confront problems directly. Bravery allows individuals to deepen their relationships via more emotional intimacy, trust, and loyalty. 18. Distancing oneself from outcomes, possessions, and aspirations entails accepting things as they are, by letting go of the need to manipulate their lives and instead accepting them unconditionally. Followers of Stoicism are taught to cultivate an inner calm and serenity. Developing acceptance, autonomy, and emotional resilience are outcomes of practicing detachment in relationships, which comprises letting go of control and possessiveness over other people. People may develop stronger bonds and more enduring devotion if they can learn to withdraw from relationships so they may concentrate on themselves and achieve happiness. 19. Being wise involves understanding and doing what is true, right, and important. Wisdom, which incorporates both academic knowledge and practical judgment, is the apex of virtue, according to Stoicism. An important part of relationship wisdom is making rational judgments that are consistent with one's principles and beliefs. It entails striving to link one's actions with one's comprehension of the bigger picture in respect to one's relationships. A life filled with purpose and meaning, as well as relationships built on love, respect, and commitment, may be yours via the pursuit of knowledge. 20. Adaptability is the ability to adjust one's behavior in an elegant and flexible way when faced with change, uncertainty, and difficulty. Stoicism teaches its followers to be adaptable so that they can handle life's inevitable highs and lows with poise and dignity. To be flexible in a relationship is to welcome chances for growth and change, both for oneself and for the other. Instead of shutting down or being scared of new things, it's being brave and open-minded when faced with uncertainty. By being adaptable in relationships, individuals may be more receptive, inquisitive, and daring, which in turn strengthens relationships and fosters loyalty as they endure life's trials together. 21. Being grateful is essential to Stoicism, and it is important to practice this virtue in good times and bad. Always being thankful, modest, and pleasant to other people is what it means to be gracious. An atmosphere where individuals are kind, sympathetic, and courteous to one another in relationships may be fostered by practicing graciousness. It entails cheering other people on when they achieve their goals and being there for them while they're struggling. When individuals are kind to one another, it may develop connections built on trust, appreciation, and loyalty, which in turn can foster a culture of generosity and mutual aid. 22. Stoicism emphasizes the idea of being balanced in all aspects of life, particularly in relationships. Harmony between one's professional and personal lives, one's sense of self and community, and one's capacity to give and receive are all components of a well-balanced existence. By ensuring that neither partner feels too controlled or disregarded, a stable balance in partnerships cultivates an environment of mutual esteem, understanding, and appreciation. Caring for one's community at large, setting boundaries, and prioritizing one's own health and happiness are all part of it. When partners learn to prioritize their own needs while still meeting those of their partners, relationship dynamics may remain healthy and strong. 23. The many advantages of friendship, including as companionship, personal growth, and mutual support, are greatly valued in Stoicism. In Stoic friendships, which are based on trust, mutual regard, and similar ideals, the relationships are strong and the commitment is unfaltering. Friendship is the foundation of love, respect, and devotion in relationships. It also gives a sense of camaraderie, understanding, and acceptance. If we want to be friends, we need to be able to share in one another's joys and sorrows, lift each other up when we're down, and just be there for each other no matter what. If you want to have a strong and long-lasting relationship where both parties feel valued, understood, and respected, make friendship your first priority. 24. Stoicism, the search for virtue, and the pursuit of pleasure all revolve on the capacity to regulate one's own conduct. Being more moderate, self-controlled, and constrained is a mental, emotional, and behavioral practice. Integrity in relationships is being able to resist temptation and act in accordance with one's principles and beliefs, which takes self-control. It comprises being in charge of one's feelings, not acting on impulse, and choosing one's actions with thought. Being self-disciplined and developing trust, reliability, and integrity may help people form relationships based on loyalty, respect, and love. 25. Stoicism teaches its adherents to regularly think on their lives and the relationships in them in an effort to have a better understanding of these aspects. Take a good, hard look at your thoughts, emotions, and deeds. That's reflectiveness. It will help you understand yourself and the people around you better. In relationships, reflecting on one's own experiences helps one become more self-aware, empathic, and growth-oriented. These qualities pave the way for greater connection with others and personal development. Being self-aware means admitting when you're wrong, learning from your mistakes, and making an effort to be a better version of yourself. Partners who take the time to reflect on their relationships report higher levels of love, respect, and commitment to one another. 26. Stoicism recognizes that laughing helps individuals connect with others, calms them down, and strengthens their resilience. The capacity to find comedy in everyday situations, no matter how bad things go, is what makes life worth laughing. When used effectively, humor can do wonders for people's relationships, encouraging candid dialogue and the creation of shared joy. Through the sharing of lighthearted conversation, inside jokes, and laughter, it fosters closeness, friendliness, and solidarity. Laughter in relationships is a great way to lighten the mood and make each person feel heard, valued, and appreciated. 27. A calm individual is able to maintain composure and rational thought, even in the face of adversity. Stoicism encourages individuals to attain equanimity so they may gracefully and resiliently navigate life's highs and lows. Being calm and collected in the midst of challenges that threaten to derail relationships is a sign of true serenity. It comprises regulating one's emotions and shifting one's perspective in order to respond consciously rather than impulsively. Staying calm and collected is a great approach to strengthen relationships and make them endure. One may foster comprehension, compassion, and confidence in this way. 28. Stoicism, which emphasizes the interconnectedness of all living things, places a premium on the need of developing a sense of unity and belonging. An understanding of our mutual dependence and interconnectedness with one another and with the natural world is the first step toward harmony. Achieving unity in partnerships entails cultivating a sense of connection, collaboration, and a shared objective. Being a true friend means supporting each other no matter what, celebrating victories together, and working together to overcome challenges. Focusing on being one with one's closest loved ones may help foster a sense of community and mutual support. 29. The ultimate ideal of Stoicism is love, which encompasses compassion, generosity, and kindness toward all forms of life. True love is a deep and abiding affection for another person, other people, and the universe. Love provides a stable foundation for the development of relational competencies such as empathy, understanding, and connection. All it takes is